My independent candidacy, came from my inner mind. And I felt that NUJ, if, for example, you want to contest for NUJ, you come by yourself and for yourself. And you ask your people, that is your members, that is NUJ, to see you as a person and not you as a group. Though, like me, I'm somebody that works with people, acclimatized with people, and I'm friendly with all. But this very election that is coming, I decided to be an independent candidate because the two candidates that are vying for a chairmanship, two of them are my friends. So the best thing is to just remain, neutral, and also beg my members to see me as their own. This job, I didn't start it today. I started from the scratch. In my own chapel, I started as an assistant secretary, from assistant secretary to secretary, and from secretary to chairman of a chapel. And from there, I was also made the state secretary, though it was a protein secretary that I went for because it was not complete 3 years. I started from when they have started, because there was crisis at that time. And because of the members see me as a peacemaker, they chose me as the secretary to intervene in the crisis that were rising that time. So, by God's grace, at that time, I tried my best in bringing the two, group together, and we worked, peacefully. At that time, chairman that time was Comrade NUJ Biose, and NUJ Biose is a peaceful man. He has no problem with anybody. He's so friendly, and you want to talk about leadership quality, he has it. And at that time, our group, that is the CWC at that time, was peaceful, and we worked together, and we achieved very much at that very time. What the national body will tell you is that every month you must hold your Congress. And throughout our time, no month we did not, call our Congress. And both people outside Asaba here, people in Warri, people in Saple, people in Really, call wherever branch we have. At that time, all of them used to come to Congress. Because when they come, we book accommodation for them. We give them transport to and fro. We even give them food and even buy drinks for them at that very time. So anytime we call for Congress, or anytime we call for any activity, like Press Week, because we used to have Press Week every year, a council supposed to have, Press Week. And every year that we stayed, we used to have our Congress, our Press Week. And that Press Week, if you see the people that will come, people from Warri, all everywhere, even from Benin, our friends from Benin, they will come. And we book accommodation for them. Even people in Asaba here, we give them accommodation too, drinks. So they were all happy at that time. And this time around, I said, let me come. Because, the people that we handed over to, I won't say they did not try, but this time around, I want to bring back those things that our members used to enjoy, that made them to always come for Congress and always come for every other activities that we used to organize. Why I am pleading to all our members to see me as their own, to see me as their stabilizer, which I used to be as a peaceful person, Comrade Gilbert Olie, as the State Secretary of NUJ.
Incidentally, he worked with me as his secretary. And during the period, I think he was very calm, resourceful, and he worked with little supervision, and we had results. So you find that most of the activities we conducted at that time, even when there was no money, we did everything fine. And honestly, with my only regret is that we lost my treasurer then, Comrade Mike Ebuniwe, who incidentally worked very, very assiduously with him. And all through the period, we succeeded. Because whatever assignment you gave to them at that time, they were always achieving. They were people that you can easily rely on. It's not like maybe people that you will say, okay, go and do this, and you begin to doubt whether they can achieve it or not. All you need is just to empower them, give them direction, and of course, they will give you results.
You know, in the previous, like I said, you know, we have different groups. In any election, whether union election or state election or national election, if you do election today and you want to do it again tomorrow, there will be different pattern, you understand, that will come. Many people will be on this side and many people will be on the other side, you understand. It cannot be the same. And that is why this very election, you know, though they are forming a group, but when you look at the group, the people that were at this side before, you know, jump to the other side, and the people at this side jump to this side. So that is election for you. Then assessment of the present leadership. Like I said before, they have tried on their own part. You know, everybody has his own a different method of leadership, and it is their own quality, their own way of leadership that they exhibited to the people. And I will not blame them for anything. They have tried their own best.
Well, I think you've answered it now, telling me now that as an elder. Then I was not an elder. So things that happened at that time happened because, you know, you talked of peculiarities. Fine. This time around, I'm an elder. And as a peace ambassador of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, it is expected that I want an election that will be very peaceful, devoid of any kind of rancor. And that is exactly why I am playing the role I'm playing now. Like I told you, you asked me one or two questions earlier, and I told you that for the position of chairman, we have two chairmen. We agreed as this Ministry of Information has not been given the opportunity to become chairman in the states. Let us give them the opportunity now to prove their mettle. So we said, information, give us a chairman. So even if they are 10, we expect that the person that will win will come from Information Chapel. At least that settles that. As an elder, I supported that and we were able to achieve that. Now, for the position of secretary, like you asked, it is not just that I'm coming out to support Gilbert Olie because maybe I love him so well, that is my younger brother, or no. Like I told you, he worked very, very hard and he impressed the state council as at that time. And if, of course, he only came out once, he still has the opportunity to contest a second time. And if, of course, he's given an opportunity now to rule, it means that that is his final tenure as a secretary of the State Council. And having done well in the past, there's nothing wrong giving him the opportunity to try again. That's just all. And I know that if they give him the opportunity, he will succeed. All the things that I've been hearing him say, you know, concerning accommodation, entertainment, giving people this and that, oh, definitely he will go there to replicate them. Because the chairman, definitely I know that will guide them. Will guide them. As both of them are coming out now, they are my children. Both of them, they are very close to me. So whoever that wins between the both of them, honestly, Ole will work well with the person. Because I know that Ole is a very humble person. That's just it.
You know, like I said, leadership has different pattern and different qualities. And as a secretary, like in our own way of doing things, you have to listen to your chairman. When you listen to your chairman, and probably when he's going, you know, the wrong way, you can call him, and two of you will discuss, and reasonably, not by quarrel, in a way of making sure that things work out well for everybody, because the union belongs to everybody. So definitely the chairman will not just say, because I'm a chairman, therefore everything is me. No, a reasonable chairman will not do that. And by God's grace, anyone that we merge, definitely I'll work with them peacefully without a problem.
Yeah, to correct an impression, the outgoing executive has not done anything bad. They have simply done something within the ambits of their own experience. Any other executive that is coming on board will start from where they have stopped. And if there are lacuna, you know, you understand that one or two places there are things to be fixed, the new executive will fix them. And even when the new executive is equally exiting, the one coming into will look at whatever they have done and correct whatever that will make the union stable and make the union members too happy. That is just all. So I do know that when they come in, they will look at all those things, extray whatever, and know how to cross the T's and dot the I's. I think that is just all about leadership.
As a man that loves peace, you know, peace is always in my mind, and that peace is what I'm going to preach to all of them. And I will preach and exhibit the peace. And when you look at human being, if you are, you know, trying to pinch somebody, and the person is always preaching peace, you know, as far as you are a creature of God, you must change, and you will embrace that peace, because there is nothing like peace. So for that reason, apart from my past experience as a secretary, I also preach peace, and that peace will ever reign in the union. Let me start with Salvation Oguno. Salvation Oguno had been a good friend, being that when Osita was to be a chairman, when there was crisis, Salvation Oguno was my best enemy, because we fought seriously. You understand? He said with one guy they call Ebigide, two of them, you know, always, once they see me, in fact, they see a trouble. You understand? But when, after the whole crisis, we became friends. Then the one of Oyewe is also a good friend. You understand? That I've worked with. He is a PRO of so many ministries. I've worked with so many ministries, and two of us work together. So we have also worked together, and we understand ourselves. So whoever that emerges, between two of them, I don't have any problem with them.
The electorate, my advice to them is forget lineup. Forget this one is one with Ogono, this one is with Oyowe. No. Look at the candidates, the antecedents. We are all journalists, we know ourselves. Then can spot out those people that can deliver and vote them in. Those people that will make us enjoy the state council. Those people that if you put them there, all journalists will begin to rally around them. Not the people that will come in and journalists will begin to run away. So that is just it.
Yeah. As a secretary, I'm expected to be the manager of the secretariat. And I thank God that the Delta state government has been able to give NUJ a befitting secretariat. And I will like to tell members that they are going to enjoy that secretariat in totality. Because I remember some of the chapters, some of the states I visited, even Abuja secretariat, you see people coming there from morning to evening. You go to Benin here, people going there from in fact, from morning till evening, the secretariat is busy. But the reverse is the case in that of Asaba here. Their own is not even as beautiful as our own. But hardly can you see people coming there to wine or dine or whatever, or do their work. Because our work is, you work and you flex with your members. So by God's grace, if I become, I will make sure that that secretariat is well taken care of, and our members have full utility, have full enjoyment of that secretariat.
My advice is the NUJ should rise up, and understand that the Constitution recognizes the press, but did not give any financial backing to the press. So it makes you always going cap in hand begging. And that is why the government and the politicians are taking advantage of it. They should now realize that they are journalists and that their own responsibility is still right there. Now, the social media is not a disadvantage, it's an advantage. Let's use it. Whatever way they want to use it, whatever thing they want to achieve, they should use it. There's no point saying the regular media, that is the traditional media and the social media. The only thing that we are fighting against is that those who carry Android phones and call themselves journalists should be, at least should be taken out of the system. They should weed them out. That is just all. And if any state council chairman is able to stand on his feet, he will not have a problem. Then, of course, cooperate with the government, because already the Constitution has made it so that the government too will assist with. Look at Delta, for instance. The Delta state government has done marvelously well. Look at the secretariat they gave to us. So we too should take advantage of whatever thing they have given to us and make good use of it. That is just all. Then we shouldn't be confrontational. Our journalism practice now should be developmental. That is just my advice.
You look at me as a peacemaker. You look at me as a man that knows what he does. You look at me as your own friend, as your own member, as a member of NUJ. So you use all the qualities that I have and my past experiences and what you know that I've done in the past. Then you use all those to judge me, and also at least let me be the next secretary of NUJ, in order for you also to enjoy the dividends of NUJ.